上退休了。这样。
快过这个角来照一张，照 ICA 的那个。这在这儿，在这儿不是你从这儿这样照这个，你看这样。今天晚上没有水，可以给大家照相。
是的。
Go ahead. Yeah, but then they're doing share that Oh, okay. You're going very healthy. That's I think. Well, no, these are great. Look at that. That's what I love that they brought. It's going to be no food. Yeah.
What happened? Just try, just apply.
3 more minutes. No. Yeah. And are you staying longer here, or do you head back immediately after? No, I will. Next week I will travel. And people getting the Melbourne. Now past Melbourne. You might fly from Melbourne to. Oh really? That's a nice way to
Because certificate is
very neat.
this is my first time. If I finish that, I will work. Then I will send the proposal.
I know. So talking to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can just it's difficult to read the proposal on the cell phone.
My proposal on Section 8 is just a certificate. The undergraduate is green. Not authenticity, to look at the difference. You say like if media studies, class,
I get access to medicine, so I can see people.
We tend to look at
which is what?
Yeah.
and also do have
That's what you know. I have, breakfast, lunch,
first
dinner.
and
after report. Yeah.
on the student is very simple grade. But if second lower, the third, that might be.
When how long will you?
Yeah, that's what I meant, so that we have an idea what that is. So this one is
Yeah, like this.
So when they get to
Everyone should come from China. Right. I don't want to be. We can be like this.
Philosophy and computer studies.
and after that people can branch into different areas.
Perfect.
My turn.
Your turn.
Oh yeah. I go for China.
Second one for China.
Branching to different specialization.
That's wonderful. When I made this, where we met the first time.
Yeah, well, we didn't know who each other were at the first moment. It was like,
Using anything.
okay.
No,
In the airplane, right?
yeah. It's my neighbor.
Yeah.
Okay.
We flew back from Toronto to France, but
They started the Zoom from here.
Air France issued me a transfer flight from Amsterdam, so
Yeah.
Yes.
we sent first
send him to my room.
Oh.
So that he can say they're all coming, and then just slowly let me. And then
Oh. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, that sounds good. Because I just tried to write it on my own, and he's not letting me either. So.
Okay.
Yeah, because I literally last thing was
Let's start.
Yeah, I know, but how long will it take to get them?
they should be coming in pretty promptly.
Okay.
我回去告诉他们，我们合作谈成了。
你们想要哪个背景是吧？想要哪个背景？
我没有学会查呢，问题。
好，来喽，做好准备啊！1、2、3。这要不要稍微近一点点？没有，我们是那个。1、2、3。哦，有很多有。
握个手，握个手，再擦。
这样吧。暂停1秒钟，让我抓一个严肃的精神。1、2、3。抓到了，没关系，抓到了。
I enjoyed that. Everything okay? Okay. Let's give it a few minutes. We're waiting for folks to join online, so just give it a couple of
Wait
minutes.
for a couple minutes. Yeah. Maybe we need microphone with speed.
I think they will use that.
Oh yeah.
Do you have that mic? That microphone is working.
Oh yeah. That was yeah.
Yeah, so will that be okay?
Yeah.
Cool.
Because I need to share my presentation with the colleague.
Okay.
Yes.
We have France, one of the Nigerians, Lahore, Pakistan, Kenya, and China online.
I think that's a good start.
That's a good start.
Decision. Yes. Yes. Okay.
So, wow, and welcome everybody. I think this meeting is already an award-winning meeting. It is the last meeting of this Saturday of ICA. I think we're going into like the 10th hour of meetings on this conference, but this is a special meeting because this is the first time that we're bringing together such a wonderful connection out to all the activities that ICA now has across the globe. And it's a wonderful combination of having many of our chapters and our hubs present in this room, as well as many of them online as they've been participating over the course of the ICA conference. And I've only been had the opportunity to be part of one of the onlines, but I know that Nash, you must have been in I don't know how many online hubs. And so Nash just thanked me and pointed out energy that I have, but that's nothing by comparison to the energy that Nash has and has put into this. This is really a special moment. In the past year, I've had the opportunity and the honor of serving as the chair of the REACH committee, which is really where all the activities of the ICA when it comes to internationalization and globalization come together. And it has been so impressive to see what my predecessor has been setting up in this area and how he has literally brought the world to ICA and ICA across the globe. So I am really pleased to be able to introduce Nos Contractor to you for the remainder of this meeting and bringing us through, I think, in what is also supposed to be a bit of a reflection on how have we come here and how are things going and how can we learn. Because one of the key things, I think, with ICA is that the commitment to continue the work in this field is really, really strong. But it's also so important that we hear from the chapters and from the hubs what goes well, what can be done better, so that we can really renew the commitment to bringing the ICA further in this space. Nos, I cannot, express how much you have done in this area and how you have been. You've been to all of these places. That is a unique achievement, and so I'm just delighted that you're with us here now and that you can also guide us through everyone who is both here in the room as well as joining online. So to those of you who are online, a warm welcome. We are heading into sort of the last hours of the day here in the Gold Coast, and you are all in different time zones, but we are so glad to have you here. Nos, please.
Thank you. Is it possible to get the Zoom folks to show up?
All of them?
Yeah, with the tiles, like the whole screen. Yeah, we'd like to see them all live. If that's possible. Okay. Well, first of all, thank you all very much. I think it's so great to see so many of you here and so many of you online in different places. All right. Excellent. That's really fantastic. Are they able to see us too?
Yes.
Oh, excellent. Okay, very, very good. Excellent. So I'm just absolutely thrilled, and I want to first start by saying that we need to recognize the work that Claes has done as the chair of REACH. He's only the second person to chair the REACH, the Regional Endeavors Affiliated Conferences and Hubs. His predecessor was Terry Flew, who was in that role when we moved from just having regional conferences to doing more than just regional conferences, and that's when we changed the name to REACH. And Terry, of course, got us started on it, and Claes has taken on this role, and I look forward to working with the upcoming chair of REACH, that would be Mary Beth Oliver, and she sends her regards to all of you. And my goal today in this meeting was simply to take advantage of the fact that having the Gold Coast be the place where we have the conference, and turns out, given the hubs that we have this year, this turned out to be actually a really convenient time for almost all the hubs to join us. So they have no excuse. If a hub doesn't show up, it's not because it's the middle of the night for them. So there's no excuse for anyone not showing up. And as you can see, we have many of the hubs. I'm going to come to them in a minute. So as Claes said, and you know this because I already shared this with you all on the WhatsApp channel, we're going to talk, each hub is going to have an opportunity to speak up for a few minutes, to tell us what they're doing. And if your hub is from a chapter, then we will also have the chapter describe what it has been doing as a whole. And so I know some of it, this is truly hybrid. Some of it will be people presenting online. Some of the representatives are here in the room from the various chapters, and I'll let you all decide who's going to talk about what. So I think we should start. I have an alphabetical order that I had created, but I don't know whether we need to necessarily keep with that. So let's do it this way. We will start with a hub. I'll pick the first one, and then whichever hub goes first, after they finish their report of the hub and the chapter, they have to decide which one goes next. Okay? So we'll always have to pay attention because that's how it's going to go. You might be next, you just don't know it. Okay, so let me start by seeing someone that I can definitely know that is on there. Beg your pardon? Did I miss something? No.
You start with the regional hubs and then.
Well, if the hub is a chapter, then we can do that. On the other hand, what I might suggest, actually, you've given me an idea. Let's start with the one chapter that doesn't have a hub. Okay. And that is, I think I saw her, is Angeliki.
Angeliki, perhaps?
Yeah, Angeliki, which I thought you said she was on.
Hello, I hear you, but I also hear Basi. Can you please switch off your micro, please? Because I cannot hear very well the. I'm sorry.
Angeliki, I know that you're actually the farthest away, so it's quite late. No, not that late. But anyway, why don't you? Are you ready to go first, Angeliki, and talk
Yes, we will do it together with Zhao. I will just
Hi.
share my screen.
Go
Hi,
ahead.
Zhao.
Bonsoir.
Okay. Bonsoir. Good evening to you. Here is late morning. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can share that.
Yep. All right. Great. I'll try to. Okay. So we will briefly present the French chapter's activities and objectives. Let me just remind you that for us, the main objective was to enhance the place of the French scientific community on communication within the international community in communication, and of course to establish powerful connections with the other ICA regional chapters in order to develop cross-cultural events, research, joint thesis supervisions, if possible, postdoctoral opportunities. So we have a special focus on PhD and postdoctoral researchers who are our main target, though not the only one. The chapter is run by what we call here the French Society of Information and Communication Sciences, and Zhao will say a few words about it, and also 4 research units that are specialized in communication, and all of which are located near the French borders as to mark the internationalization of the chapter, the ambition to create links with other countries and cultural areas. So now I will leave the floor to Zhao, who will present the main activities of last year.
Thank you, Angeliki. So my name is Zhao Alexander Huang. I am an associate professor of communication at University of Paris-Nanterre. I'm also vice president of international relations of French Society for Information and Communication Sciences. So that's why I present as well our society, as well as with Angeliki, we share our governance with International Communication Association's French chapter. So last year we got our first kick-off event in the city of Montbéliard. It's a small town, really nice, covered by snow that days, I remember, right? So now Clays and Dorian will come here to join us for this very early kickoff PhD seminar with our PhD student to share with their ideas and our philosophy of international communication associations. And this year, on May, we have organized our very first regional conference of ICA just after 2021, focusing on food and communication. This is a quite successful regional conference of ICA because we have almost 160 participants, but we have 80 international participants from the world. So we have, this is about 2 days and a half conference, and with really good wine tours in Dijon. This is a Burgundy region, so this is really attractive for us as well. So, and just several weeks ago, we also organized a small seminar with our PhD students of French Society's event. This is our PhD biannual workshop in France. We have picked up about 190 PhD students from different cities of France. So to join the city of Angeliki, the University of Angeliki in Nancy. So this is about 3 days conference. So in this 3-day conference, we create a special seminar about how to publish in English, especially in Anglo-Saxon journals, because French students are not familiar with this kind of application. I have also the honor to present this kind of skills, soft skills with our students. It's quite successful. So move to the last slide of our challenge and lessons. So this is our long-term, this is based on our long-term strategy of internationalization of French Society of Information Communication Sciences. So we are so happy to join ICA because thanks to this CHEMA, we can give our members a waiver, the membership fees to join the ICA conference, because a lot of French students do not have a lot of grants to join ICA, this kind of international conference. So by joining our, the member of our society, they can benefit this kind of what we call gratitude day, the membership free to join the ICA conference, and for them they can do their internationalization works. And also, we want to say for SFSEEK, we have almost 400, close to 500 members. So we can also use our network to share all information from ICA. So Angelique, I will leave you to present our strategy.
Thank you, Zhao. Yes, for next year, we have already planned a lot of activities. Of course, our main objectives remain the same: promote research across national borders, particularly in relation to the ICA, and of course, stimulate reflection on international mobility and research conducted in an international context. So we would like to propose two series of webinars, so that we can appeal to more people. The themes of these webinars are transnational research pathways in communication, testimonies and life stories. This one would seek to showcase trajectories of international mobility outside France. And the second series of webinars would focus on the theme doing research in communication outside France, what practices. It would be a more practical webinar with tools, let's say, to improve research mobility and relationships with other countries. Like themes would be publishing in an ICA journal, joining an ICA working group, etc., etc. We will also planning a hybrid event or in person or both, I'm not sure yet, in March 2025 in Metz here in France. And the theme will be resilience through communication between proximity and distance. So I'm opening up the discussion to all chapters if they have colleagues that would be interested in joining us as keynote speakers on this theme. Please don't hesitate to contact me. And we also have already planned the first webinar, which will focus on the challenges of international joint thesis supervision. It will be in September 20th. And this one is only online, of course. So again, if colleagues from other chapters or hubs, if you think of colleagues, PhD students, tenured professors, or whatever, that would like to join the discussion, share their insights and experiences, please don't hesitate to call us, to contact me. We will be delighted to share this experience with you. So this is a brief presentation of our activities next year's and our objectives in general, and I'll be happy to answer to any questions along with Zhao, who is in person with you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I have one question. Are these webinars that you do and that you're inviting others, will they be in French or in English?
We are talking about that because this is kind of really French style, so we will in French, but we will invite some interpret to be bilingual translation online. So we were discussing the details with Angelique, and we will announce it information very soon with you guys.
Okay, other questions, comments from anyone else?
I see that Noshir has a question. Did the PhD seminar you did showcase the ICA France chapter logo? And also same request for next year's webinars. Yes, definitely. I don't remember for the PhD seminar, but for the webinars, yes, definitely. It will be under the auspices of the ICA France chapter, but the PhD seminar also discussed the ICA publications, the journals, I mean.
Yeah, as well, yeah.
So I don't remember if the logo was there, to be very honest, but we did, of course, present it, Zhao presented actually the journals by ICA.
Well, we have to think of
Maybe you need to microphone. If so, she cannot listen. Yeah.
Check.
Okay.
Okay, you can.
Now it's
okay.
Good.
Yeah, I would just think that in terms of branding of what we're trying to do out here, it is important that if you have events that you're hosting that are connected to the ICA country chapters or hubs, etc., that we should remind ourselves that from a marketing standpoint, we should make sure we brand it accordingly so that people would have visibility for what we are doing. So hence my question. But great job, you folks. So let's give a round of applause to our friends in France. And
Yes,
do you want
thank
to
you.
go ahead, Angeliki?
Yes, no, I would like to insist that we're very, very interested and keen on working with the other chapters, and of course to more explicitly perhaps brand the events, though I can assure you that ICA is still present. So for me, if I have to pick the next one, I'd say since a few minutes before I asked Basi to switch off his mic, I will go with Basi in Nigeria, who can now have the floor.
Okay, nicely done.
Basi, it's your floor.
Unmute. Go ahead and unmute, Basi. There are two in Nigeria. So who is going to present the two hubs? Basi, do you have a report on the hub? Are you ready to present? You're on mute.
Something to say. I have been trying to connect with Kaite, but I have something to say also.
Go ahead and say what you have to say. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Maybe if you permit me, I will share a little slide so that it will enable me to say exactly what I want to say. Can you hear me, please?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Let me start by thanking the International Communication Association for giving me the opportunity to serve as a hub organizer in 2021 and 2024. I must admit that I was excited when I became a member of ICA in 2009, when I was undergoing my master's program in the United Kingdom. And when I came back to Nigeria, I realized that it was quite difficult to have access to communication-related literature. But luckily for me, ICA was then sending me the journals right to me in my village. But somewhere along the line, this stopped. And I want to say maybe because the society was moving to a paperless society, so I was no longer receiving the journals. And then again, I was lucky to be given free registration to travel to San Diego to attend the 67th ICA conference, where I must admit, in fact, that I'm happy to see that the person I should call our leader, who is presently there from Kenya, who we always look up to. I'm happy she's physically there with you. And then I remember when we were there, they gathered us and we tried to talk something about how we can bring up Africa to be significantly involved in ICA. So that it will not look like I'm telling too many stories, in 2021, I was lucky to be called to host the first regional ICA hub in Nigeria. And this, of course, gave a lot of people the opportunity to log on and to become part of the ICA's community. But after that, there was need for ICA to set up another hub in 2022. I was, of course, not available because as I then, being a military man, I was sent to the Niger Delta on military assignment. And I was happy the chair of Nigeria took over that challenge, and that's my very able chair for Nigeria, whom I believe will soon join us as well. She took over that challenge, and I was happy to see our Professor Noshe when he came to Port Harcourt to launch the Nigerian chapter.
You have 3 minutes left, Basi, so make sure you speed things up here.
Okay.
We want to know
So,
what happened in your what you did in your regional hub this year. If you can fast forward. Uh-oh, you're on mute again. Sorry. Oh, you're on mute, Basi. Can we unmute him from here?
You can see here, when I was given the opportunity to host this year's hub in the northern Nigeria, it was a great delight because this is the first time that this is happening. So there was a lot of enthusiasm. I had initially asked for opportunity to host 30 attendees, but over 100 persons indicated interest. I then called, requested, and I was given the opportunity to admit 50. But I can tell you, as I speak, we are over 70. So there were a lot of activities because the universities you have in northern Nigeria are indeed many. And we were able to do some outdoors, and we were able to, some of the professors that came in were able to organize some people presented papers, just trying to rush up because of time. They presented papers, and we formed up that there is need to build up what we already have now and involve other schools around northern Nigeria by ensuring that people are made to understand what they stand to benefit from ICA. Because a lot of people indeed from this part of Nigeria are yet to know about the International Communication Association, which is quite unfortunate. So our primary aim now is to see how we can make ICA well known within northern Nigeria with the universities that are over 120. So that is my primary target at this point, if ICA will give me that opportunity, so that we can also increase the membership we have here, because Nigeria is a country with over 200 million persons. So I expect that by now our chapter should have had over 1,000 members. So I believe we are working hard, especially on this axis, and with the opportunity given to us here, that we should be able to build up that membership with the kind of interest that has so far been shown. And of course, and that made us, of course, I see some of them here excited, and we had to go to Ahmadu Bello Center, that was Ariwa House, and some places for our outdoor activities to also make people to understand that something like ICA is now in northern Nigeria. And we hope to take it from there if given the opportunity. Thank you. Let me not bore you with too many stories, because I know a lot of people want to.
Thank you. Okay, so we are short on time, but I saw a message that Lahore wants to go next. So can we? Ekaete is probably on, but can we let Lahore go next, and then we can come back to you? I see Ekaete nodding, yes, so that's good. So Lahore, why don't you go ahead and go next? There you are. Okay. You're okay. Yes, go ahead.
You now, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
great. Can they hear me? Well, hello everyone. My name is Firasat Jabi and I'm speaking to you from Forman Christian College University, Lahore, Pakistan. So here we are hosting an ICA regional hub in Lahore, Pakistan. And let me tell you that this is the first ever ICA event in Pakistan. So we are very happy to develop this connection and collaboration. Let me change my position and stand in a way so that you can see our audience. Am I in the frame? Can you see me?
Yes.
All right. So our 2 days long event scheduled on June 21st and 22nd began yesterday. Our university rector, you may call him president, vice rector, and dean of postgraduate studies, they spoke at the inaugural ceremony and welcomed our participants. We have participants from all 4 provinces of the country. We have participation from Karachi University, from Islamia University of Bahawalpur, Gilgit-Baltistan, University of Sargodha, University of Balochistan in Quetta, Bahauddin Zikriya University, Multan. And with that, the majority of our participants, Kohat University too, the majority of our participants, they come from Lahore, which is the country's 2nd largest metropolis. And some of these universities include Punjab University, University of Management and Technology, University of Central Punjab, University of Lahore, Beacon House National University, and of course, Forman Christian College. So as for our program, we had a mix of activities. We had some online sessions where international speakers joined us via Zoom. And with that, we also had panel talks and in-person sessions by Pakistani scholars and journalists. With that, our organizing team has produced a small video that we will be playing shortly. But let me tell you that our event began yesterday, and today we are in the second half of, yes, right now we are in the second half of our second day, which means we will be having our closing ceremony in just 3 hours from now. So after we end this reaching out meeting, we will have our keynote speech, and after that we will have our closing ceremony. So to provide you a brief wrap up of our activities, like I said, I have a video ready that we will be playing if you enable the screen share option with us. And as Pakistan is a multilingual and multicultural country, and our participants are from different regions of Pakistan, they have shared their messages in their own regional languages, but we have translated them in the form of subtitles. So let's see the video.
मैं प्रोफेसर डॉक्टर मोहम्मद शहजाद राना मेरा ताल्लुक इस्लामी यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ बहावलपुर दे डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ मीडिया एंड कम्युनिकेशन के नाल है खिता है जरा बहावलपुर है दूर दराज इलाका है और लेकिन जेरे वेले सगो मैथ कम्युनिकेशन डिपार्टमेंट ऑफ मैथ कम्युनिकेशन फॉर्मन क्रिश्चियन कॉलेज यूनिवर्सिटी ने मौका फराम किया कि असां इंटरनेशनल वर्कशॉप दे ना सिर्फ शामिल थों बल्कि असां जेड़े नहीं वाई सकते सारे जे दोस्त जेड़े इंटरनेशनल तौर पर फिजिकली नहीं वाई सकते वो इतें ही बहते नवा जरा गैजेट एंड टूल्स है उनके जरिए हब दे शामिल थे और सागो बड़ा खुशी और बड़ा एजाज़ की गाल है कि बहावलपुर जे इलाके तो मैं ही शामिल थे और मैं खुश भी हैं और मुबारकबाद पेश करना جنہیں نے سب شامل کی توس
میرا نام ڈاکٹر فوزیہ ناز ہے اور میرا تعلق شعبہ ابلاغ عامہ جامعہ کراچی سے ہے. ICA ریجنل ہب کا پاکستان میں ہونا ہمارے لیے باعث فخر و امتیاز ہے. مجھے بہت خوشی ہے کہ میں اس میں شرکت کر رہی ہوں.
زما نوم مالک اڅکزی دی او زه په کوټه کې د UOB میډیا سټډیز ډپارټمنټ کې میډیا سټډیز ورته ښیم او دلته چې راغلی یم د ICA چې کوم ریجنل هب غونډه ده دا به بیخي ډېر اهم څیزونه موږ ته ښیي او هغه به په راتلونکي کې د جرنالیزم او د ریسرچ لپاره د دې سیمې لپاره ډېر اهم کردار ولوبوي. نو دا زه ډېر زیات اپریشیٹ کوم چې دا رقم غونډې نورې هم وسی.
السلام علیکم. میرا نام ڈاکٹر منیبہ افتخار ہے تے میں پنجاب دے شہر زندہ دلانے لاہور تو تعلق رکھنی ہاں. میرے واسطے بہت وڈی خوشی دی گل ہے کہ ICA ریجنل ہب دا انعقاد جڑا ہے وہ لاہور وچ ہو رہا ہے اور بہت فخر دی گل ہے کہ میں ایدا حصہ ہوں.
السلام علیکم. میرا نام شاہد علی نعیم ہن اور ماں گلتے جوہانوس. ICA ہب پاکستان انا ٹائمر لاہور FC کالجر بین مانی سے حصہ ہنوس اور مر لائی خوشی ہن کی گلتے جو مسئلے سے شرکت تھموس.
السلام علیکم. میرا نام ڈاکٹر فائزہ لطیف ہے اور میرا تعلق پنجاب یونیورسٹی لاہور سے ہے اور مجھے بہت خوشی ہے کہ میں ICA ریجنل ہب جو کہ اس وقت لاہور پاکستان میں منعقد ہو رہا ہے, مجھے بہت خوشی ہے کہ میں اس کا حصہ ہوں اور اس میں پارٹیسپیٹ کر رہی ہوں اور ریئلی میں بہت زیادہ آنرڈ فیل کر رہی ہوں اور بہت زیادہ ایکسائٹیڈ ہوں کہ مجھے پہلی دفعہ جو پاکستان میں ICA کا ریجنل ہب ہو رہا ہے اس میں شرکت کرنے کا موقع مل رہا ہے اور یہ ایک بہت زیادہ لرننگ ایکسپیرینس ہے ہم سب کے لیے. شکریہ.
زمانم ڈاکٹر رحمان الله دی اور کوهارت یونیورسيټي کې ز الله کی ټیچینګ کوم. زموږ د پاره د خوشاله خبره ده چې د ICA هب کم چې په لاهور کې FC کالج کې منعقد کیږي نو په دې کې مونږ ډیر څه زده کړل او ډیر نوي شیزونه مونږ ته مخې دراله. بل دا دی چې په دنیا کې کمکار روان دی د میډیا حواله سره یا جرنالیزم حواله سره نو پای کې چې کوم اپډیټس دي نو دا غي نه مونږ ته ډیره افاده حاصله شوه.
Well, Naushir, I must say, being the main organizer of this regional hub on behalf of my participants, that all of us feel really great to be part of this global research community. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So we are going to have to keep things moving here. I hope you all do have a rest of good closing out ceremony there as well. And thank you. And now let's turn over things to Ekaite from Nigeria. Go ahead. Ekaite, we are standing by for you when you're ready.
Okay, can you hear me, please?
Yes.
Hello. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
Greetings from Nigeria. Greetings to you from Nigeria. My name is Ekaite George, as you introduced me. I want to present a short remark that I prepared for this event. Sorry, I'm trying to set up here for that. Okay. Give me a few seconds to send this back. Okay. So it is my absolute honor and pleasure to be among you all here, distinguished president, executive committee members of the ICA, honored guests, and also regional chapter chairs that have been in this session today. I'm very happy to report to you that the ICA Nigeria chapter is going very strong. And as a body, we have about 120 members as of today. Sorry, I missed something here. Okay. They have about 120 members from across Nigeria in the ICA Nigeria chapter. It is my honor and privilege to lead this group of professionals from Nigeria. And I want to say that in the past 1 year and some months now, we have been able to organize a vibrant community of communication scholars. And also in Nigeria, we have added practitioners to our fold to help us promote ICA ideals and also promote the communication scholarship, the communications community that is here in Nigeria. I want to share with you some of the programs, some of the pictures of flyers of some of the programs that we have held in the chapter, the ICA Nigeria chapter. We have this quarterly seminar series that we usually hold. And as of this ICA 24, sorry, I'm trying to share, but I think that I did it the wrong way. I hope I can share screen here.
Ekati, I think we're having difficulty with your audio. We are not able to hear you. So maybe, I don't know.
I will reconnect and come on later. I'll reconnect and come on later.
Okay, that's good. I think that you're doing really great work. We got the fact that you have 140 or so members, and I also know, and I'll mention this to others, that Ekayete has run a very successful quarterly seminar series where she's brought in guests and speakers, including ICA fellows who've come in and talked to the seminar series that you've been organizing. So I'm really sorry about the audio problems, so I apologize for that, but we probably want to move on to whoever was ready to go next, and then maybe if the situation improves, we can come back to you. But thank you again, Ekayete, for doing such a great job. A round of applause for our friends in Nigeria. Okay. Who wants to go next? Oh, Padma wants to go next from India. Sorry. Okay, and then we'll go with Kenya after that, okay? Go ahead, Padma.
Okay, good afternoon and good morning to some of my friends across the globe here. And the ICA Regional Hub in Manipal, India, we started it for the first time. We hosted in 2022. And that year, we had most of it was online. And only the local people, that is people who were from Manipal and around, were the only people who attended it in person, because still the COVID pandemic, certain restrictions were still in force at that time of the year. In 2023, we had a completely in-person attendance conference where we had more than 200 people who attended our ICA Regional Hub conference. We also tied up with other regional hubs like ICA Port Harcourt last time, that is ICA Nigeria and ICA Indonesia for some of the panels. And we had mostly paper presentations and panel discussions. This year for 2024, we are holding the regional hub for all the 5 years that the ICA main is happening. Our opening was inaugurated by our Vice Chancellor, Lieutenant General Dr. M.D. Venkatesh, and we had a keynote speaker from Professor M.D. Nalpat, who's a journalist and also a well-known expert and a UNESCO chair on peace, human rights, and justice. And the conference is currently going on here, the hub. What unique we did this year is we held a poster competition among the school children in around this area in Karnataka, and we asked them to present posters on communication and human rights. And today morning, we had one of the artists to come over and judge those posters, and we gave away prizes and also goodie bags to all these students who had participated in the poster presentation. We had selected about 20 posters from the many that came in, and they were displayed at the conference venue from the first day, and they're going to be there till Monday afternoon. On the sidelines of the ICA Regional Hub, we also held the first ICA India chapter main event. The ICA India chapter was inaugurated on 2nd April this year, and Professor Noshir Contractor was present during our inauguration. And this year, the ICA India chapter event we held last evening, and we called it Emerging Scholars Network, where we had 3 senior communication scholars, that is Professor Sundeep Mudipi from Hartford University, US, Professor Jatin Srivastav from Ohio, and Vibodh Patshadi, who is from Jamia Millia Islamia, Delhi, talked to us all PhD scholars. And there were 16 PhD scholars who have participated. They're not only from Manipal, but also from West Bengal and Delhi and Uttar Pradesh and Kerala. These are the states which were represented by the PhD scholars. And we spoke to them, the scholars spoke to them about how do they go about their research so that it can be published in good, peer-reviewed, internationally recognized journals. And this is one of the initiatives that ICA India chapter wants to take forward. And we would like to mentor these students over a period of time so that they can, publish their work internationally and also have access to it. The other thing that, has been unique this year in our panel is in our regional hub is also that not only, that we have logged into some of the ICA panels as individual members, but we've also, asked younger school students to be present here to see the posters and get feedback from the artists. So we're trying to initiate the younger crowd also into the world of communication. And our valedictory will happen on 24th afternoon. And that's being given by the UNESCO head Southeast Asia. He'll be here on tonight for the conference. So that's a brief about what we are doing at the regional hub right now.
Fantastic.
And I'm talking to you, one of the sessions on AI and journalism is going on in the venue. Thank you.
We should let you get back to the AI journalism session. Wish we were all there to listen to it. Thank you so much again for sharing your great experiences. And it looks like there are possibilities for multiple hubs to be working with one another when it comes to mentoring PhD students, for example, and so on. So thank you again. I know we are running short on time, so we should keep moving on. And I think Kenya wanted to go next. So thank you again for your leadership in the ICA India chapter as well. So one final round of applause for India. And now we have Kenya.
So greetings to all the hubs on the screen and to my friends and colleagues here. Hello, Noshir and Clays, thank you for having us here. I'm calling Nairobi to be on standby. One of the things that I have learned from ICA Global that I've shared with the ICA Kenya chapter is the fact that activities and leadership and power in ICA is not centralized in an individual. It is institutionalized. So much so that if you are there, you are not there, ICA still goes on. And that is what we have done with ICA Kenya chapter. I'm here in Gold Coast and things are running smoothly in Nairobi. And so I want to call ICA Kenya chapter to share with us what we have been able to do in the last 1 year as ICA Kenya chapter, but also with the hub that is running in Nairobi. Thank you, ICA Global, for the support. Nairobi. And I'm introducing Miriam, who is the Secretary General for ICA Kenya chapter. without failing to mention Kanyeki, who is also on the stage, the Vice Secretary General for ICA Kenya chapter, and there is a lady, Dr. Dina Keino, who has done so much to put ICA Kenya chapter and the hub in Nairobi running for the conference. Thank you. Over to you, Nairobi.
Okay, thank you so much, Sister Professor Lando. My name is Wangeshi Kanyeki. I'm the ICA Deputy Secretary of ICA Kenya chapter. I have been involved in ICA Kenya since 2016 under the mentorship of Sister Professor Lando, who has trained us how to write papers, to attend international conferences in San Diego, Paris, Washington, DC, and to present papers with fellow professors. And today I'd like to talk about ICA Kenya chapter. We currently have almost 100 members, and from 20 or so universities and institutions of higher learning. We launched the chapter in 2023 in April, and this was launched by Noshir Contractor, Professor Noshir Contractor, who is the immediate past president of ICA Global. It has been a great pleasure serving under the ICA, and this year we were able to do the first anniversary event, where we had participants join in online, and were able to celebrate the milestones of ICA Kenya chapter, as well as to launch the strategic document, which Miriam will be talking about. The event here is at, as a regional hub in Nairobi, is based at Daystar University, which is in the capital city of Kenya, and it started on Thursday. This is day 3. With the first day, we had a chief guest, who is Professor Faith from Daystar University. She's the Deputy Vice Chancellor, Academic Research and Student Affairs at Daystar University, and together with other scholars, such as Dr. Margaret Mtange of Multimedia University, and Dr. Caroline Ayura, who's the Acting Director, Research, Innovation, Commercialization, and Entrepreneurship at Daystar University. They were able to open the event, and we were graced by none other than the founder of ICA Kenya chapter and first African board member of ICA Global, Sister Professor A.L. Lando, and we were also graced with the presence of the immediate past president of ICA, Professor Noshir Contractor. I will now invite Miriam Ayeko to give us an overview of day 2 and day 3, and also speak about the future. Welcome.
Thank you so much. Our listeners from Gold Coast and across all the hubs, my name is Miriam Ayeko. I am the Secretary General of ICA Kenya chapter. Just like my colleague Wangeshi, I got involved with ICA in 2016 when we were graduate students at Daystar University. And since then, we have a wide experience and involvement of ICA conferences through the mentorship of professors here at Daystar University and also from the ICA Global. And so we are grateful for this opportunity. From ICA Kenya chapter, we send our greetings from Nairobi, the capital city of all wildlife in the world. Jambo sana to all of you. We are so proud that Nairobi is the capital city of all wildlife, and we are part of it. And when we attend some of those conferences, we are asked, so you live with lions walking around? It is a question I've always been asked in the international conferences. So on my part, our conference in Nairobi hub, as Wangeshi stated, started on 20th. Today is the 3rd day, and we have had presentations from 8 universities and also from the corporate world. And we had Daystar University, Multimedia University of Kenya, Aga Khan University, the Catholic University of Eastern Africa, University of Nairobi, ZTech University, Howard University from the US, Indiana University, and we have representatives from the corporate world, Absa Bank, and Nation Media Group. So our participants came from all these universities and corporates. And so in the 3 days we've been here, we've been discussing global human rights from various perspectives, and we have had unique presentations across board, but we shall give few highlights. We have had 11 presentations, and we shall give few highlights of some of the critical aspects we listened to. One particular one was about sexual harassment among male youth. Apparently, this is an issue that is affecting our society, but in the context of Kenya and Africa, we realize that men rarely are looked at as harassed sexually. It is also because of the socialization and cultural norms. And so we realized there was a need to create awareness that to mitigate this violation of human rights against men, and especially young men. We also learned that there is need to understand more the process of research, because most of our presentations are ongoing researchers, and presenters who are students really wanted input to be helped on how to do research. So it has been a rich experience providing feedback to enrich researchers, which we sincerely hope next year we shall be at Colorado with polished researchers from this conference. And on our part, just to touch on our strategic plan, we are looking at the ICA Kenya chapter's vision is to be a reputable multidisciplinary scholarly association, and our mission is to nurture all levels of scholars through all facets of human and mediated communication. Our core values are scholarship, integrity, innovation, and collaboration. And even as we start, we've had challenges with registration, which are government legal requirements. It has taken a while, but we are almost there, but that did not stop us from working. We look to the future, hoping that our aim is leadership and governance. We really need to work on this as we start ICA Kenya chapter. We also look at promoting and creating awareness of ICA in the Eastern African region. And this I must mention and commend Sister Professor Lando, who ensured the internationalization of ICA in Africa, and here at Daystar University, a premier media university in Eastern Africa, where the first ICA regional conference in Africa was held. So the seed of ICA chapters in Africa starts from where we are right now. And then our other goal is membership, that we increase our membership. Right now we are at about 100 to include more members. And then our fourth aim is research and learning. We are still learning the ropes of research. We need a lot of mentorship, and this has also been seen through this conference. And then, of course, we cannot do research without money. We also look at fundraising. So with these few remarks, we shall share a few highlights of this conference, and we are delighted to collaborate with the other chapters and hubs that we succeed to ensure the internalization of ICA globally. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much. It's great to have such a wonderful report from
That's the crowd from Nairobi.
Kenya. Excellent. Greetings back to our friends in Nairobi.
Hi.
Yes, wave back to them.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, now we are going to fly from Nairobi. Thank you also, Sister Prof. Lando. We're going next to China, and then after that, Indonesia, and then we still have Cairo.
We have Cairo online, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so we have got a queue built up here now. So.
I'm going to share the screen.
Okay, Professor Mengxiao Zhou, founding chair. Good. Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to.
That's okay.
Okay. So I'm going to talk about what we did for the very first year, and we are also going to talk about moving forward and our plan for the second year. So I'm going to co-present with our chair for 24 and 25, Di Zhang from Renmin University of China. First of all, let's review a little bit of our history. Our chapter was officially founded in Beijing, China on March 28th, 2023. And it's a little bit special for our chapter to have 7 founding universities across China, including Peking University, Tsinghua University, University of Science and Technology of China, Renmin University of China, Zhejiang University, Fudan University, and Shanghai Jiaotong University. So we have 3 goals for our chapter. The first one is to host ICA regional hubs and workshops on the special topics, such as computational methods in social sciences, health communication, and more. We also plan to host a distinguished speaker series, including in-person or virtual presentations by relevant scholars. Especially, we wanted to invite ICA fellows to join us to present their work to our audience in China. And thirdly, we want to introduce the latest progress in communication studies to graduate students and young scholars in China through ICA-related events, which is a very important goal for us because we want to support both the senior scholars and young scholars. So the current leadership team, we have representatives from all 7 universities to compose this leadership team, and we rotate the leadership every year. So our vice chair currently, Di Zhang, will be the chair for the next year, and we rotate the leadership across all those universities. And we also have committees to help us with all the executive staff and also membership, event planning, digital and social media, and also student support. For our membership, because we are not going to charge a membership fee, and we are not collecting any donations or membership from any people in China. So it's also free to join, and our events are all self-sustained. We also have this rule of having people to register every year so that we have the latest list of members from our chapter. So we have this application form for this year, and currently we have over 200 members already registered, which just started several weeks ago. We are going to have more later on. So for 2023 till early this year, we had several events. So these 2 events are the regional hubs we had from the last year. We got 2 hubs last year, one in Beijing and one in Hefei, with different themes and topics, and also connections with the main headquarter conference. We also hosted an annual conference for the Association of Intelligence and Computational Communication Research with the theme of intelligent media and interdisciplinary research, which was also held at my university in Hefei. At the conference, we had over 1,000 teachers and students who shared their interdisciplinary research with a broader audience. We have people both coming in person and also attending online. So early this year, in January, we also had our very first strategic planning meeting at my university in Hefei. And we were also happy to invite Nosh to be there with us for the strategic planning meeting. And he also presented the people analytics talk to the audience, both offline and online. This May, we celebrated our first anniversary. We had a series of events, as you can see, and also a themed talk offered by Professor Lei Guo from Fudan University. So on social media, we do have our website now live online with all our latest events available. We also have, because you may know that WeChat is really popular in China, so we have our WeChat official account set up in China. So if you have WeChat, you can just scan the barcode and next, I'm going to invite Di Zhang to present the upcoming events and what's going on right now in Beijing for our regional hub.
Hello, everyone. So I'm Zhang Di from Renmin University of China. So this is actually not upcoming events. This is the ongoing events. We kick off this year's hub in Beijing today. Right now, we have ended today's events. For this year, we have a lot of speakers. Actually, at the very beginning of today's opening ceremony, we had Nash to give a opening remarks, and then is Meng Xiao's recorded opening remarks, and then we have three speakers. The first speaker talked about social media influencer as experts. The other also talk about social media influencer, and the third speaker this morning discussed the artificial intelligence as kind of people during the communication processes. During this afternoon, we have 4 panels centered around AI communication. Tomorrow morning, we will also have 4 panels, and at the end of tomorrow morning, we will have a small closing ceremony, and we will have 3 best papers to present. So that's basically about the Beijing hub this year. And then I will talk a little bit about future plans, specifically for next year. So in the coming months, we will arrange a series of academic lectures. We will invite international scholars and Chinese domestic scholars on a more regular basis. So this will be introduced as part of the membership benefits. We also hope to make this lecture series as a bridge between Chinese academia and international academia. Particularly, we hope use this venue as a tool to help local young scholars like doctoral students and young faculty members to get more familiar with international renowned scholars, especially those who are not familiar enough in Chinese mainland. This lecture series will be online and offline. Now we can go to the next slide. Yeah. Another key initiative for the next calendar year will be the ICA fellow interviews. We hope to interview several ICA fellow members who are not well known in the Chinese journalism and the communication scholarship community. On basis of these interviews, we will publish journal interview articles on top journals in China. And actually, we have talked with a couple of editors of top journals in China. They are very interested in our idea. So through this initiative, we hope to get the ideas of our SAA fellows to be better understood and better known within the Chinese academic community. Next slide. Yeah, and then in next year, we hope to promote more intercultural research and collaboration. We hope to get more sort of collaboration with other regional members, regional hubs, and other chapters. I can give you an example. For instance, we have a French chapter, and actually our university has a Sino-France college in Suzhou, which is very near, which is very close to Shanghai. And if it is possible, so probably we can organize some joint events on communication research. So that's basically what I'm going to report. So, Michelle.
Thank you so much. Great job, China. So we have 2 more presentations, right? They're still working on it? Okay. Okay, let's get Indonesia then. Indonesia is ready to go, and then it's only Cairo after that, right? Are we missing any others? No. Okay.
Yes,
We'll come back to you, Ekati, if we have time, but we are really behind on schedule. So well, let's go ahead with Indonesia now. Yes, Doreen, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. Hi everyone, I'm Doreen Kartikawangi from ICA Indonesia chapter, and I would like to present in brief about ICA Indonesia chapter now and future. So this is our history. We established on March 7, 2023, where Prof. Nosir has the opportunity to visit Indonesia and establishing this chapter, meeting with our rector that time, Dr. Prasjantoko, and also senior professor there. And we also visit two media industries, actually. It's Jakarta Post and Antara, and then we also have a visit to the Ministry of Informatics that time. This is the committee, a bit different. We have a lot of people in the committee because basically we want to encourage all academia from West, Middle, and East part of Indonesia, since we have a large archipelago that we want to gather all of them and have international exposure. Our vision and mission actually based on the Pancasila as the Indonesia ideology and Bhinneka Tunggal Ika, which is unity in diversity, as the national motto, and the ICA Indonesia chapter commits to escalating ICA in the region. So here is our vision and mission. I won't read it one by one to make it simple. And here is some, how do you say, members. Yes, we gather fee to encourage them and to have them their responsibility to contribute to this chapter. And with the membership period from March to February, now we have in 2024, we have 120 members. And we can see here some lecturers, institutions, students, and committee. And we are very happy that we have the opportunity to host 2 hubs this year, because in Jakarta Bandung hubs we have about 80 participants, and in Medan hubs around 75 participants, and we hope the participant of the hubs will become the ICA Indonesia chapter members, so it will make it sustain. Here is the activities for 2023. We have kicked off ICA Indonesia chapter, and then ICA Annual Conference 2023, chapters talk show, and we also have hub, but that time we only have 1 hub in Jakarta. And we are happy that this year we have 2. We also have welcoming members and discussion with Prof. Nosir, and then keynote speaker at Ruset Institute Pertanian Bogor. And we also have collaborator Ecomac and ICA affiliated that time in Jakarta in Atmajaya Catholic University. And we support Comnews for the Universitas Multimedia Nusantara, where Prof. Claes and Prof. Axel were there in Bali, and then Prof. Nosir come with me to join the conference. It was really wonderful conference that time. Thank you. And also we have actually facing the threats that I hope we can share the experience how to encourage inactive committee members, also encouraging new members, especially from Indonesia, Middle and East, and then also motivating committee and members and regeneration and succession. About the succession, actually we already appointed our next chair, who are Dr. Nia Sarinasiti. She is in the US now, so not be able to join us. And also here is our strategic plan for the 2024, we have a meeting with the committee and then once online with Prof. Noshir. The objective of our strategic plan for 2024 is strengthening communication and sustainability in Indonesia. It's based on the communication and global humanity rights, but we strengthening on the sustainability. So we are the ICA Indonesia chapter, well formally registered. Right now it's in progress, and then we want to have membership more, increasing membership, and the activities that we have planned and some already done actually. Our first anniversary on March 7, 2024, it's done, and then ICA Annual Conference Indonesia Hub. We submit 3 proposals and 2 granted, and we asked to the leaders in ICA headquarters to have Jakarta Bandung Hub in Bandung. So it's not Jakarta centrist, and gladly we have this permission to have it in Bandung, so thank you. And we also have the Medan Hub. It's in another island. We have in Java, and Medan Hub is in North Sumatra. And we really grateful about it. And we also have the supporting the AI regulations and ethics conference with the Ministry of Communication and Information, and they also have discussion with Prof. Noshir during our first anniversary that time. It's done, and then we plan to have these 4 activities, ICA Amarta on July, and then also ICA with 3060info.org, Monash University Indonesia, in August. Also, the first ICA Indonesia chapter conference, we plan to have it one, and ICA Indonesia chapter in collaboration with ECOSAPS, which is a conference held by 11 Maret University. All the topic is about sustainability. And about the Jakarta Bandung Hub and Medan Hub, I would like to invite Dr. Srihascaryo online to give a bit update on the hub. Dr. Hascaryo, are you there?
Can you hear my voice?
Yes, perfectly. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So this year we are lucky to have, not lucky, we are blessed to have 2 hubs having the conference together, and I think it's a great idea. So we are hoping that because Indonesia consists of many islands, and there are 5 big islands with 5 big universities, we hope that for the next time we will have the conference in different cities also, not only 2 cities together, but also in several cities. And the other issue that we are still have to work hard is about the membership, because right now in Indonesia itself already have a Indonesian Scholar of Communication Association, or ISKI, Ikatan Sarjana Indonesia, and it's a little bit overlap with ICA. So I think ICA Indonesia need to have quote-unquote unique selling point to attract communication scholars, also participants, to join this association. And also, we think that we need to have collaboration more with other associations. The most important partner, I think, will be the ASPICOM. ASPICOM is Association for Communication Department in all universities in Indonesia. Yeah. It consists about 300 communication department in around 300 universities. Thank you, Bu Dorin.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Srihascaryo. He is the Vice Chair of ICA Indonesia chapter. And that's the end of our presentation. Thank you so much for the opportunity.
We're already over time, but we have Cairo. Okay, we'll do a very quick summary from Cairo Hub, and then we'll all be on our way. So take it away. Cairo. Where's it? Yeah, they can go. Yeah. Yes, please, Lahore, go ahead with your keynote. I know we are running a little late, so my apologies for not making sure we stayed on time here. But please, thank you for joining us, Lahore, and enjoy your keynote. And bye, Lahore. Yes, bye-bye. I should say, as we wait, that Indonesia was the very first of all the chapters, and so they'll always be recognized for that. Are we ready with Cairo yet?
Yeah, that's faculty of mass communication here in the middle
Ah,
of Cairo.
oh, I see that. Yes, yes, yes. Is someone going to say something? Ah, there we go. Okay, go. Yes. Go ahead, Cairo. We can see you.
Okay, let's start. Actually, we started just today with our opening session. As you attended, Dr. Bashir, it was about the cultural dialogue and also how different countries have a dialogue with each other culturally and through media communication. And the first session was
So
about
sorry there. We are not, the audio is very, very distorted. We are not able to understand a single word that is being said.
so, I'm going to fix it. Okay.
We're able to see you. We are excited, but we can't understand anything.
Okay, we are trying to fix it.
Okay.
Is this sorted now, Doctor?
Maybe the same audio you used for the virtual tour? The same audio?
Okay.
The one you used with me?
No. So we are very lucky here that we have Alia, who's a volunteer, who has a weak network connection with the presenter there. Can you say who it is?
No.
It's a little bit here.
But then they got the regional hub thing, and so I became the president.
That's her mom. Yes. Okay. Go ahead, Cairo.
Can you hear us, Dr. Hayat? Can you speak now? We can't hear you. We can't hear you. It's technical issues. Sorry.
Is it a little bit cleaner?
We may have to let it go at that because we're already behind schedule.
Yeah.
So your mom is Soraya?
Yeah.
Yeah, and where is she? Is she not in the picture?
No, she was just right there.
Okay.
There is an echo. There is an echo. Can you turn off the mic? There is an echo.
We may have to call it quits here since it's already behind schedule. But, well, first of all, I want to thank you all for here. This is quite historic to be able to bring all of the hubs together in this fashion and the chapters and compare notes. I think my biggest message to everyone is I think the situation is ripe for hub-to-hub connections and for chapter-to-chapter connections. And so I would be very, very devastated if next year all of you don't think about having more hub-to-hub. As India mentioned, they had it. And Usha, by the way, who's also one of the office bearers actually for the India chapter here in person, we can get a chance to hear from Usha. But I want you all to think about doing more chapter-to-chapter, hub-to-hub, not only for the conference, but also during the course of the year. I was very happy to hear about some of the efforts of China and France. One big change to remember for everyone before you go, this coming year, the request for the proposals for the hubs will happen much, much earlier. It'll be before the ICA conference submission deadlines. So we're going to move it all very much earlier because we have finished piloting with it. Now it's going to be routinized. It's going to be made much more standard. So be prepared for it. You'll have to submit those proposals in very early, and that'll give you all more time also to set up these kinds of interactions so you won't have last-minute words to do that. Thank you all for coming here. Thank you all online. Everyone, it's wonderful to see you all there. Thank you for all the hard work you've done. And we will have to bid you all farewell because it's getting very late here. But I'm really grateful. We're all grateful to all of you for all the work you've done.
Bye
Take
now.
care. Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you all. Let's take a quick group photograph and then
Yeah. I would like to introduce my young colleague here, Lisa. Lisa is the
social media
Social media
committee.
person will have to take a picture.
Yeah.
Thank you for all your help.
Thank you, Lisa.
Let's take a quick